This dream, I called it the accepting Jesus dream. I don't remember why I labeled it this, but I don't remember parts of this dream, but it was a very long dream. There was so much to this dream that I'm about to share with you. So much more to this. We were around the military. I think my husband may have been in the military while I was having this dream. I'm not sure. Well, anyways, there was a drink everyone wanted him to take, my husband, and then he started hallucinating and doing things that he normally wouldn't do. He began running around, and he eventually got into a car and parallel parked between a parked car and a car on a trailer, and he backed up and began to spin the tires, getting everything really muddy. The girl who owned the car started to get mad, but then calmed down after she accidentally started a mud fight with us. I accidentally hit her in the face with a mud ball. Through this, we all became friends, and after that, I had a dream of her being a willing hostage, so to speak. Then she decided to run away because she was afraid of what I was saying and what I was doing, what was going on around her. So she ended up going to a man who was an extremist and a conspiracy buff. Hold on, I lost my place. And she came back to me, and then we started talking, and we talked about God and what was going on in the world and what would happen next. She said she believed in God, but she was afraid of what was next. She asked how we escaped the terror and the horror, and I responded simply with, "Do you know Jesus?" And she responded with a negative, whatever. And then I said something along the lines of, "Jesus is the only way out of this." And she said, "I've been doing just fine with God." And then that's all that I remember, and I woke up. But this one may have just been, just a casual dream that I had, but I feel like God was speaking to me through my dream as well, because this was something that I was questioning for a while, and sometimes I get frightened, and and then I start to question this, like what are we going to do if the rapture happens and we aren't taken? What if God leaves us here? What if we aren't part of that elect that are taken, and then we have to live through the tribulation? And how are we going to survive through that? We're either going to have to take the mark of the beast, or we're going to be murdered or tortured, or we're going to starve to death, or we're just going to live our lives constantly on the run. No matter what, that's going to be terrible. It's going to be more terrible if we take the mark of the beast, but we need to not do that. And I was just, questioning this for a while, and God had given me an answer through my dream, because the girl had asked, she said, how are we going to escape the terror and the horror? And then I responded, "Do you know Jesus?" And then I told her, Jesus is the only way out of this. So God was telling me that, as long as I have Jesus, and as long as I believe in him and trust in him, that I will be saved and I will be protected. Even if, for whatever reason, I am not taken during the rapture, and I'm going to have to stay here through the tribulation. As long as you trust in Jesus, you're going to be taken care of. That doesn't mean that you won't be tortured. That doesn't mean that bad things won't happen to you. All that means is that in the end, you belong to God, and God's going to take care of you. you're gonna have a place in heaven with God, so long as you don't take the mark. Do not take the mark, whatever it may be. But yeah, I find it very interesting that God was answering my prayer through just a casual dream like that. It was pretty neat.